Hello, my name is Millicent Traylor, and I'm here to present my 30-minute lesson. So I chose to do a science lesson, the CTE pathway. So let's get started. So I would do the welcome for students and virtual expectations, which is keep camera on if possible, use chat to ask questions, use reaction, thumbs up, thumbs down to indicate understanding, and participate in breakout rooms and complete an exit ticket. So for the TICS biology, TICS B.10a, describe the interactions that occur among systems that perform the functions of transport, reproduction, and response in plants. Our success criteria. By the end of today's lesson, I can identify xylem and phloem. Explain the function of xylem, explain the function of phloem. Describe how plants transport water, minerals, and nutrients, and participate in discussion and ac- collaborative activities. Um, how do plants transport water and nutrients? The learning objective. I can explain how xylem and phloem transport water, minerals, and nutrients throughout a plant. And then, we'll begin with the icebreaker, just to, get the students' attention. So, but the question is, if plants could talk, what do you think they would complain about most? And I'll get the students to interact by responding in the chat box, or they can use a microphone, or we can do a poll. And the purpose is to build engagement, establish participation, expectations. So for knowledge check, 3 minutes, like previous, like how does water get from a plant's roots to the leaf? And just students' answers in the chat or poll, and then I will review the misconceptions, just like a pre-understanding of how things are transported in the plant. And so then I would do a direct instruction, and I would explain xylem and how it moves water and materials upward, and how phloem moves sugars throughout the plant. I will do diagrams, visual labels, real world examples, and this is some real world examples of how it looks under the microscope. Um, so as I said before, xylem moves water, and phloem moves the nutrients that were made during photosynthesis. So we would go through all of that. And uh, so this is another one, just more photos. So embedded check for understanding. Like I said, I'll definitely use a thumb up, I understand. Thumbs down, I need help. And students needing assistance are noted for follow-up. Chat challenge, 1 to 2 minutes. Um, I'll have them type their answers in the chat. What is the job of xylem? What is the job of phloem? Which tissue transport water? Now just monitor. I would monitor the responses, address misconceptions immediately, identify students who need additional support. We'll do a breakout activity. Students will be placed in small groups. They will analyze the plant diagram and identify where water enters, which tissue transport water, which tissue transport nutrients. And I will just kind of rotate throughout the rooms to monitor understanding, differentiation, students needing support, guided notes, vocabulary bank, teacher facilitated breakout room. As for my advanced learners, I would explain how I would have them do additional questions, explain how drought affects plant transport systems. And then after they come back from the breakout room, I would do a whole group debrief. Groups will share their response. I would check their understanding using the chat response and verbal participation. Monitoring engagement and progress. So during lesson attendance, chat participation, poll responses, breakout room participation, reactions, then after lesson, and then exit ticket data, LMS assignment completion, quiz results, and then just have my follow-up notes. Accommodation and specialized interventions for those needing closed caption that'll be enabled. Visual supports and diagrams. Recorded lesson will be available for those who want to go back over the lesson or just need additional guidance. And then guided notes, extended time for assignments, small group breakout support, and one-on-one teaching conference as needed. Additional support. Students need extra assistance may attend additional tutoring sessions. Small group intervention sessions will be available and office hours will be scheduled weekly. And there will be a quiz check, multiple choice questions. Students answer in chat. Which tissue transport water? Which tissue transport sugars? Immediate feedback provided. And then an exit ticket. Students complete Google form. What is the function of xylem? What is the function of phloem? And what question do you still have? And so evidence of lesson effectiveness would be use reactions. Um, I need help. Teacher action. Student who responds needing help will be moved to a teacher-led breakout room for additional support. Student who responds thumbs up will proceed to an independent practice or enrichment activities like in the breakout section sessions. Teacher documents students requiring intervention and follow-up, evidence collected, attendance data, chat participation logs, poll responses, exit ticket results, quiz scores, assignment completion rates, and student reflections. Coaching teachers for virtual fidelity. I would coach teachers to use frequent checks for understanding every 5 to 7 minutes, monitor chat participation continuously, utilize breakout rooms intentionally, differentiate instruction based on student needs, review elements, uh, analytical Sorry. Coaching teachers for virtual fidelity. I would coach teachers to use frequent checks for understanding every 5 to 7 minutes, monitor chat participation continuously, utilize breakout rooms intentionally. I would differentiate instructions based on student needs, review elements and analytical weekly, follow up quickly with disengaged students. Use breakout room monitoring forms, review attendance and LMS analytics weekly, conduct data chats with students, and provide target tutoring based on assessment results. So this concludes my presentation um, for a 30-minute lesson. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and hopefully, I will have an interview following the presentation. But thank you.